protection of the interests of ethnic groups can be studied in four directions. What I have yesterday told you. The first dimension is sharing of plant wealth. It was already taught yesterday. Today we are going to learn about the second dimension, that is biopiracy. This is the second dimension out of four dimensions. The third one is IPR and fourth one is TK, traditional knowledge. So apart from these four directions, today we are going to learn about biopiracy, and you have to put a heading as biopiracy. So this biopiracy, the what is biopiracy? The question may become for 10 marks as what is biopiracy and what is the status of biopiracy in India, or explain the status of biopiracy in India with few examples. So we have to know what is biopiracy, and we have to learn few examples, two or three examples about biopiracy. So what is meant by biopiracy? So before going to define the biopiracy, the what is the importance and significance of biopiracy? So the traditional knowledge at a local people, the traditional knowledge from a local people or a specific ethnic group is transforming from one generation to another generation, which was acquired by themselves by trial and error method, and indirectly they are caused to conservation of both genetic and biodiversities. So this is the uh, basic information on biodiversity. That means all the knowledge or traditional knowledge which was acquired by themselves, it is their property. It is their property, or it is their knowledge. It is their knowledge. One should not be copied this knowledge. So this is the, as you know, you can write it as one quotation, that is, tribals are real researchers, tribals are real researchers, and plants are real benefactors, benefactors, benefactors. What you have understand from this statement, that the tribals are real researchers, plants are real benefactors. When the tribals are real researchers, plants are benefactors, they acquire the knowledge from plants traditionally from their previous generations, and the knowledge is transforming through oral means without any documentation, and they are sustained. They means here the tribal people are sustained with that traditional knowledge. One should not copy this knowledge. If you want to copy this knowledge, or if you want to practice the same knowledge, you have to take permission from those people, because of this is their knowledge, because of this is their knowledge. One should not copy, or one should not theft the knowledge from the tribal people. So piracy is nothing but థెఫ్టింగ్, చోరీ అంటే దొంగతనం. అందుకే బయోపైరసీ అని తెలుగులో జీవచోరీ అంటారు. జీవచోరీ, బయలాజికల్ పైరసీ అనమాట బయోపైరసీ. సో దిస్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఈజ్ అసోసియేటెడ్. What knowledge? The traditional knowledge which is acquired by the tribal people from generation to another generation by trial and error method is having some core aspects. Core aspects. What are these core aspects? They mainly depend on food and crop varieties and cultivation methods. So they follow some other cultivation method. So here I spelt three words. The first one is food. The food is separate from others. Their food is their food is special food. So a separate food is there for a separate tribal group. And the crop varieties. So some tribal people are cultivating some crops, and another tribal people, another group of tribal people cultivate some other crops. And the third one is cultivation methods. So they follow different methods for cultivation. So different methods are being followed by different tribal groups. And the second one is so the sustainable management of natural resources and as well as sustainable management of biodiversity. So they will organize these two. What they organize? They organize sustainable utilization of natural resources and also sustainable conservation of biodiversity. So these activities are these all activities are associated with their livelihood as part of their life, as part of their life. And the other is biological medicines. So medicine which are extracted from biological agents or biological components, that is from plants and animals. So these are their main activities and core concept which they conserve. I want to repeat it. They are associated mainly with the first one is different food habits, and the second one is different crops, and the third one is different cultivated methods, and the fourth one is sustainable management of natural resources, and the fifth one is sustainable management of biodiversity, and the sixth one is the conservation of medicinal plants and medicinally important animals. Medicinally important animals. These are their properties because they only knows the knowledge about all these activities. If we copy these knowledge, if we copy these knowledge from them or we imitate these knowledge, this is comes under biopiracy. It is comes under biological piracy. So, due to these aspects, these aspects, so the aboriginal groups means tribal groups, aborigines are indirectly conserving the biodiversity, and they indirectly conserve the forest wealth. Indirectly, they conserve the forest wealth before without undergoing to deforestation, and also the sustainable survivalness of different cultural means. So all these different cultural means of knowledge is going to undergone biopiracy. So this is not it restricted to tribal people. It should be restricted to tribal people. It should not be extended to other people. But what happens today? Today is happen. Today is happens. This knowledge is being transmitted to other people. That means it is going to biopiracy. So this is nothing but biopiracy. So, what is the accurate? This is the meaning and concept of biopiracy. What you have understand that biopiracy? Biopiracy is nothing but the knowledge which is acquired by the tribal people is going to outside. To it is going to civilized people. So the transformation of knowledge from ethnic groups to civilized people. By copying, you can say it is by copying, or you can say it is by imitation, or it is by thefting. It is going biopiracy. So it should not be gone to biopiracy. So what is actual definition of biopiracy? Biopiracy is biopiracy is the reproduction or reproduce of goods or publication of knowledge which was previously which was previously owned by one person is known as biopiracy without any permissions. So this is actual biopiracy. You can write it there. I will say as a definition. You can write it. Are you ready? With book and pen, the definition of biopiracy. Definition of biopiracy. Write down. Publication or 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 reproduce of goods without permission without permission of previously previously owned by a owned owned by a person or or a group of people is called biopiracy. Is called biopiracy. Morally, read it out. Read it out. What you have written? Hmm, 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 hmm. Owned by a person or group of people. Owned by a person oblique group of people. Oblique means here or. That means if you now you have, I think you have understood. So when the knowledge is reproduction of knowledge without permission of the previous people. Originally, the previous people means who originally got that knowledge. Originally, previously, who acquired that knowledge. You should not publish that knowledge, and also you should not reproduce that goods without taking permission from the original person who acquired previously in original. So this is known as biopiracy. Did you understand, all of you? All of you, did you understand? Shall I clarify it in Telugu? ఒకసారి ఒక జ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించిన తర్వాత దాన్ని ఇంకొకరు మళ్ళీ దాన్ని పబ్లిష్ చేయడం కానీ దాన్ని కాపీ కొట్టడం కానీ చేయకూడదు వితౌట్ పెర్మిషన్ ఆఫ్ ది మొదట చేసినటువంటి వ్యక్తి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ హ్యావ్ పబ్లిష్డ్ ఏ బుక్ దట్ ఈస్ ఇథనో బొటానికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ ఆదిలాబాద్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్. I have published a book. So that knowledge, again, one should not publish that knowledge. So this is owned by myself. If anybody wants to publish any information about ethnobotanical knowledge of Hyderabad district, he has to take my permission. Without taking my permission, he should not publish any article, because that gives he is thefting my knowledge. This is nothing but biopiracy. If anybody publish any ethnobotanical knowledge from Adilabad district, what it mean? What does it mean? It means that is thefting. That is biopiracy. Because I have already published originally that knowledge. Ethnobotanical knowledge of Adilabad district by Dr. N. Suryanarayan Swami. It was a book. There is a book by Lambert Publishers. If anybody wants to publish that knowledge, it will comes under biopiracy without knowing, without taking my consent, because that is the knowledge that was acquired by myself. That is the biopiracy. Likewise, so tribal people have acquired so much of knowledge about plants and other plant wealth. One should not publish this knowledge, or one should not copy this knowledge. One should not theft this knowledge. If it is thefted, or if it is copied, it will comes under piracy, biopiracy. So this piracy word is you are recently hearing. If one cinema is released, before releasing in theaters, some people are visiting the cinema in CDs and other digital modes in their cells and other digital modes. It comes under piracy. It comes under piracy. It is thefting. This is nothing but thefting. So this piracy is also legally punished. It is also punishable legally. Understand? This comes under biopiracy. So, what kind of aspects are undergoing to biopiracy? What aspects of what aspects of knowledge is undergoing for biopiracy? Mostly medicinal plants. Mostly medicinal plants. So, medicinal plants. What plant is used for what disease? It is given by some other tribal people, but it is copied by some other people. It is also going to biopiracy. And the next one is food plants. You must always remember that two aspects are very important for the survival of the human being. The first one is food, and the second one is medicine. Food and medicine. Food plants are also being for biopiracy. We have many examples in case of food plants. In case of food plants, for this instance, we can see some medicinal plant, some food plants. One or two examples I would like to give you. The first one is neem. Neem is going to biopiracy. Name is neem, Azadirachta indica. So, as you know, from the right inception of the Vedic period in India, this neem plant is mostly exploiting for curing so many types of human diseases, human and cattle diseases by Azadirachta indica. Per this instance, during the year 1994, USDA, that is United States Department of Agriculture, and and W.R. Grace. This is the noun. W.R. Grace. This is the multinational company which is belongs to America. America. They have extracted hydrophobic oil from from neem, which which is used to cure most of the fungal diseases, and they got the patent number. They got the patent number from Europe, because a European office, UPO, European Patent Office, it will only gives the patent rights to any country or to any medicine or anybody. So this is the certifying authority. What is the certifying authority? EPO. What is the full form of EPO? European Patent Office. So this European Patent Office has issued the patent rights to this MR Grace organization. MR Grace organization. This MR Grace organization is organizing a multinational company which is known as USDA. What is full form of USDA? USDA is United States Department of Agriculture. Under this USDA, this WR Grace organization is working. This organization, they did, they extracted some oil from neem. What oil? This oil has the property of hydrophobic property, which is very effective to cure many of fungal diseases in human being. Then they applied for the patent rights on name to this EPO, that is European Patent Office, and they got the patent rights, and they have got the patent rights with number also. Would you like to note that number? That number is 0426257B, 7B, capital B. So this is the patent number they have got. Actually, this Azadirachta indica, tree is belongs to India. That is our plant. The center of origin, you know what is center of origin, what is origin of centers, what is centers of diversity, you have learned in paper 8A1. So the centers of origin, centers of diversity of name is India. So the name plant was originated in India only. Hence the name was coined as Azadirachta indica. But we are practicing so many medicinal uses from Vedic period to today with neem. It is completely belongs to our India. But the American people, that is the MR Grace organization, with the help of this USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, have got the patent rights, patent rights on name, from EPO. So this is the biopiracy. This is nothing but biopiracy. This is the uh, big biopiracy. But when was it was happen? It was happen in 1994. So this story was happened in 1994. But even in 2000s, in the year 2000s, EU, EU, that is Green Party in Europe, and some Keralian, India belongs to Keralan, that is Vandan Seva, and International Federation of Organic Agricultural Movement, IFOAM. All of you are writing or not all these words? IFOAM. What is the full form of IFOAM? International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movement. These are the this organization is the non-governmental organization which is working for the social service. This non-governmental organization is working for social service. With the help of this organization, this ES Green Party from Kerala, who is the leader of this party, that is Vandana Seva, they struggled, hardly to to cancel the patent rights on Azadirachta indica to this WR Grace Company of United States, that is USDA, and ultimately they have cancelled the patent rights to this WR Grace Company on the on the movement, on the struggle of this IFOAM organization. This IFOM organization is the non-governmental organization and which is working for social service. The person that Vandan Seva has lead the movement during the year 2000s, and this was cancelled. This patent right was cancelled to this WR Grace Company of United States. Did you understand this example or not? You can say in Telugu also. So this is a good example for biopiracy. Did you have understood or not? Is there any confusion? If there is any confusion, I will repeat it in Telugu also. You can correct it. Anybody, any one of you can interact me. So this example for biopiracy about name, did you understand or not? One of you can interact. అర్థమైంది ఎవరు ఆదిత్యకు అర్థమైంది. మురళి అర్థమైందా? మురళి మాట్లాడాలి. ఈడు ఫోన్ ఫోన్ అక్కడ పెట్టి చీడు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాడు. మురళి అన్మ్యూట్ అండ్ అర్థమైంది. అలా నీ పేరు పెట్టి పిలిచినప్పుడు ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవ్వడానికి అనిల్ కుమార్ ఏమ్మా అయింది కదా. పూర్ణ, సాయి కిరణ్, సాయి కిరణ్, సాయి కిరణ్. ఈ సాయి కిరణ్కి సరిగ్గా సిగ్నల్ ఉండదు వీడికి. పద్మ, good. Then I will go for another example. So this is medicinal plant example. Now we go for another food plant example. Food plant example. Mostly medicinal and food practices are being undergone this kind of biopiracy. So the second example for biopiracy is basmati rice. Did you know about basmati rice? Anybody can interact with me. What is this basmati rice? Basmati rice. You know basmati rice? You did not heard about the word basmati rice? Biryani rice, or in star hotels or big hotels, the biryani is prepared with basmati rice only. So these rice are very long in size and they have more protein content instead of carbohydrate content, and they will give good smell. So they are very costly rice, and this is the local variety of Kashmir. So this is endemic to Kashmir. So the India is the motherland for basmati rice. So this is also going to biopiracy. So here in 2000s year, in 2000 year, US Rice Tech Corporation, US Rice Tech, US United States Rice Tech Corporation has draw the genetic map of this basmati rice, and they have applied for the patent rights. They have applied for the patent rights. To whom they applied for the patent rights? What is the organization that gives the patent rights? What is the organization that gives the patent rights? USDA is the organization. మీకు అర్థమైందన్నారు మొదటి ఎగ్జాంపుల్. యూఎస్‌డి అంటే ఏంటి? ఈపీఓ. యెస్. ఈపీఓ ఈస్ ద యూరోపియన్ యూరోపియన్ పేటెంట్ ఆఫీస్. అక్కడి నుంచే పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ ఎవడికైనా, ఏ దేశమోడికైనా, దేని మీదైనా పేటెంట్ రైట్ అక్కడి నుండే వత్తది. ఈ యూఎస్‌డిఏ అనేటువంటి సంస్థలో ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ యూఎస్ గ్రేస్ అనేది. వాళ్ళు నీమ్ పైన ఈ హైడ్రోపోబిక్ ఆయిల్ ఒకటి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసి, ఆ హైడ్రోపోబిక్ ఆయిల్ ఏమిటంటే ఫంగల్ డిసీజెస్‌ని క్యూర్ చేయడానికి ఉపయోగపడే ఆయిల్. వాళ్ళు పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ కొట్టేసారు 1994లో. దాన్ని ఇప్పుడు ఈ శివ, వందన శివ వంటి వారు ఒక నాన్ గవర్నమెంటల్ ఆర్గనైజేషను లేదా సోషల్ సర్వీస్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అది ఐఎఫ్ఓఏఎం అనే సంస్థ ఆధారంగా వాళ్ళు బాగా స్ట్రగుల్ చేశారు. స్ట్రగుల్ చేస్తే 2000లో మళ్ళా ఆ యొక్క పేటెంట్ రైట్‌ని, అంటే ఎంఆర్ గ్రేస్ వాళ్ళకి, యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చిన పేటెంట్ రైట్స్‌ని క్యాన్సిల్ చేసేశారు. అది మొదటి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నీమ్. ది సెకండ్ వన్ వాట్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు సే యూ ఈస్ అబౌట్ బాస్మతి రైస్. సో, బాస్మతి రైస్ ఆర్ ద నేటివ్ వెరైటీ ఆఫ్ Kashmir. It is ours, our Indians, but the genetic map was drawn by United States Rice Technology Corporation, and they have applied to EPO. So the EPO is the authority to give the patent right. So the Americans, after mapping of the gene pool of this basmati rice, they have applied to EPO for patent rights, because of they are claiming that this is ours. They are claiming. Later, our Indians are interfering in this issue, and it became cancelled. ఈ భారతీయులనమాట దానిలో జోక్యం చేసుకొని, బాబు అది వాడు జెనెటిక్ మ్యాప్ అమెరికన్స్, అంటే ఎవరు అమెరికన్సు? యూఎస్ రైట్ టెక్ కార్పొరేషన్ అనేవాళ్ళు. ఈ యూఎస్ రైస్ టెక్ కార్పొరేషన్ అనేవాళ్ళు జెనెటిక్ మ్యాపింగ్ వాళ్ళు చేశారు, కానీ ఆ వెరైటీ మాత్రం అది ఇండియన్ వెరైటీ బాస్మతి రైసు. వాళ్ళకి పేటెంట్ రైస్ ఇవ్వడం కుదరదు అని మన వాళ్ళు ఇండియన్స్ గొడవ చేస్తే, అది కూడా ఆళ్ళకి పేటెంట్ రైట్ ఇవ్వడం అనేది ఆగిపోయింది. అసలు పేటెంట్ రైట్ ఇవ్వలే. ఆగిపోయింది. Whereas in first example, that is in neem, in case of neem, the patent right was issued in 1994. Later in 2000s, with the help of that organization, it was cancelled. Who is the other person joined? So there is another person have joined. If one person have left, sir, playing, somebody is playing. Yes. So to overcome all these problems, Indira Gandhi Agricultural University, which is situated in at Delhi. So she has documented, the university, it has documented 22,272 22,972 varieties of rice Varieties of rice have been collected from the state of Chhattisgarh in India, and they have signed and and owned MOU. What is meant by MOU? Memorandum of Understanding. That means there is an agreement. There is an agreement between the state government of Chhattisgarh and Indira Gandhi Agricultural University, Delhi. An agreement was made on documentation of and patent rights without being a biopiracy on 22,972 varieties of rice which are belongs to Chhattisgarh. So due to this kind of activities, biopiracy can be controlled. Biopiracy can be controlled. So we have to create a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, and an agreement between different organizations. Between different organizations, then we can overcome this problem. Understand? Next one. The next one, another African super berry fruit. This is the third example. What is this third example? African super sweet berry fruit. So this berry fruit, which is belongs to Africa, it is very sweet in taste due to presence of high fructose content. Due to high fructose content. So actually, the sweeteners are extracted from Pentadiplandra braziona. Is the highest sweetener plant. What is this plant? Pentadiplandra, Pentadi, Pentadi, Flanda, Flanda, braziora, Breziora, braziora is the highest sweet content plant. But this African super sweet berry fruit, berry fruit has 2000 times of higher sweetness of this plant of this Pentadiflandra braziona. Pentadiflandra braziona. So you can assume that how much and how much of sweetness is there in this fruit. So this fruit was uh, thefted or biopiracy by how this is the gene was extracted, a gene was isolated from the this fruit, this fruit, and this gene is incorporated in this Pentadiflanda braziona, and USA has tried to get the patent right. You see, in three occasions, that is in first example and in second example, and this is the third example about African super sweet berry. So they also in three occasions, in three examples also, America is undergoing to biopiracy. Biopiracy. So America, what did America? So this United States, this gene which is caused to this kind of sweetness, this gene was isolated, and this gene is incorporated in plant that is Pentadiflanda bizonica to get this sweetness, and they have created and another GMAs by crossing with GMAs and this plant, and to get a sweet corn, and get sweet corn. And this is also This is also considered as biopiracy, and this is also stopped by UNO, United Nations Organization. But UNO has interfered in this case. Without UNO interference, they didn't stop. So UNO has interfered in this one, and they have stopped activity. This activity. Otherwise, the Americans might have exploited this activity. They will produce a very sweet corn, and they can able to produce fruits sweeter than this African sweet berry, because of they have isolated the gene. They have isolated the gene, and they have incorporated this gene in different plants like Pentadiflandra braziona, and also some corn, GMS corn. And GMS corn also gives, and again, sweeter corns. So this was these activities were stopped by interfering the UNO. UNO means United Nations Organization. United Nations Organization. They didn't. They cannot able to get the patent rights on this. They could not have. They could not have achieved their interest in getting patent rights on this African super sweet berries by the interfering of this UNO. So this is the third example. And the fourth one, that is a plant, Hoodia gordonii. Hoodia gordonii. You can write it HOO. The fourth example, HOODIA. Hoodia gordonii. GORDONII. రెండు ఐలు వస్తే చూడండి. GORDONII. గార్డెనై. So this has a nickname. This plant has a nickname, Bushman hat. Bushman hat. Hat అంటే టోపీ. Bushman hat. So this is the succulent plant. Succulent plant which naturally grown, which naturally grown in Kalahari Desert. Kalahari. Kalahari Desert of South Africa. South Africa. Where this Kalahari Desert is situated? At South Africa. In Kalahari Desert of South Africa, this plant, what plant? Bushman's hat. The botanical name of this Bushman hat is Hoodia gordonii. This Hoodia gordonii is naturally grown, but you can assume this is growing in desert. Means this is a xerophyte and succulent plant. What is meant by succulent plant? What is meant by succulent plant? So the leaves and branches are modified into pillows and pillow clads. They will store the water in their mucilaginous tissue. In their mucilaginous tissue. So they are full of mucilage. You cannot find leaves and stems separately because it is known as pillow clad. So these kind of plants are known as succulent plants. Can you give one example for a succulent plant which is grow in our environments, in our environments, in our surroundings? Euphorbia, and also you can this succulent plant Brahmajamudu. Euphorbia. These are all succulents. Most of the family members are Cactaceae. Family Cactaceae or succulents, cactus species. Some of the Euphorbiaceae members are also succulent plants. Most of the cactus species are succulent plants. Okay, you come to our biopiracy issue. So this plant was mostly used by Sar tribe of people which are inhabited there in that desert. They used that plant to reduce the appetite or to arrest the appetite. Appetite means anybody appetite. So ethnomedicinal practices so many plants. We have studied ethnomedicinal practice of 10 plants. Huh? We have already studied in second unit about 10 plants. Ethnomedicinal practices, ethnobotanical practices. Appetite is came or 2 or 3 times or 4 times also. Appetite. Appetite అంటే ఏంటి? ఎవరా చెప్పేది? వెయిట్ అంటే వెయిటే. వెయిట్ లాస్ ఆర్ వెయిట్ గెయిన్ అంటాం. యాపటైట్ అంటే ఆకలి భయ్. ఆకలి. ఎపటైజర్ అంటే ఆకలిని కలుగు చేసేది. ఎపటైట్ అంటే ఆకలి. లాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎపటైట్ అనుకో ఆకలి మాంద్యం, ఆకలి లేకపోవడం. ఎపటైట్ అంటే ఆకలి. సో, ఇక్కడ ఆకలి తగ్గించుకోవడానికి ఏమిటి ట్రైబు? సాస్. SAS is the name of the tribe. Where they inhabit? They inhabited at Kalahari Desert of South Africa. So they use this plant టు రెడ్యూస్ ద అప్టైట్. ఈ మొక్క తాలూకు ఈ క్యాక్టస్ ఇది సక్యులెంట్ ప్లాంట్ కదా! ఒక మొక్క తినేసారనుకోండి, ఆ మ్యూసిలస్ టిష్యూ అదంతా కలిపి కేక్ తినేసినట్టు. మనం కేకులు తింటాం చూడండి. అలాగ ఒక కేక్ మొక్కలాగా మ్యూసిలస్ టిష్యూతో ఒక మొక్క తినేస్తాడనమాట ఆ ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్. తినేస్తే మరి ఆడికి ఆకలేయదు. మరి ఆడికి ఆకలి ఉండదనమాట. ఆ పూట భోజనం చేయక్కర్లే వాడు. ఇలా వాళ్ళు వాడుతున్నారు ఆ మొక్కని. ఏ మొక్కని? దిస్ బుష్‌మాన్ హ్యాట్ ఆర్ ఆర్ హుడై గార్డొనైల్ అనేటువంటి మొక్కని. అయితే వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ ద ఇయర్ 1996, దిస్ ఈస్ ద కౌన్సిల్, దట్ ఈస్ కౌన్సిల్ ఫర్ సైంటిఫిక్ అండ్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ రీసెర్చ్, సిఎస్ఐఆర్ ఆఫ్ సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికా. సో we are also have this CSIR in India at Delhi. So Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research of South Africa. The CSIR belongs to that country only. Every country, every nation has this CSIRs. Our India also has CSIR. The main office of CSIR is located at Delhi, New Delhi. CSIR means Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. So the CSIR of South Africa and another organization, Unilever. This is the name of the company. Unilever. UNILEVER. Unilever is the company which is there in South Africa. So with the collaboration of this company, Unilever is the name of the company. So with the collaboration of this Unilever company, the CSIR of South Africa has wanted to explore this plant for medicinal use. But ultimately, the government of South India gave instructions or take an amendment or some article or it taken some legislation so as to 6 to 8% of revenue or benefits on this plant should reach the tribal people. Who tribal people? Those tribal people which are using the plant as appetite accepted the SAS tribal people. So this is the uh, constitutional order by the government of South Africa. Did you understand this aspect? I want to say again what. So this plant is used by the local tribals which are there as Sax tribal people. Sax tribal people, they used this plant as agent of appetite. అక్కడ వరకు మీకు అర్థమైంది కదా? Then CSIR of that country, that nation, with the collaboration of one company. What is that company? Unilever company has exploited this plant and to use so many nutraceuticals, so many pharmaceuticals with this plant. They have exploited this plant. Then the government of South Africa gave instruction constitutionally or statutory instruction. You can say a statutory instruction. అంటే చట్టబద్ధమైనటువంటి హెచ్చరిక. What is this statutory instruction? The government of South Africa issued an order, a statutory instruction, so as to reach the benefits or financial benefits of this plant after exploitation, after trading, after commercial. 6 to 8% of property, 6 to 8% of property on this plant, which was gained by this company, this Unilever company, gained by this Unilever company, should reach that tribal people. So in this way, the profits and benefits are being reached to SAS tribal of this Kalahari desert at South Africa. I think you have understood this aspect. I will say again in Telugu. ఈ మొక్కని ఎప్టైట్గా అక్కడ లోకల్ ట్రైబల్ గ్రూప్ అయినటువంటి SAS ట్రైబ్ వాడుతున్నారు. కానీ సిఎస్ఐఆర్, ఆ దేశానికి సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికాకు చెందినటువంటి సిఎస్ఐఆర్ మరియు ఈ యూనిలెవర్ అనేటువంటి కంపెనీ కలిగి ఈ మొక్కని ఎక్స్‌ప్లాయిట్ చేసుకోవడం మొదలుపెట్టారు. ఎలా దాన్ని ఎక్స్‌ప్లాయిట్ చేశారు? న్యూట్రాస్యూటికల్స్‌లోను, ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్స్‌లోను వివిధ రకాలుగా ఈ మొక్కను వాడుకుంటున్నారు. దాన్ని సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికా గవర్నమెంట్ ఎలా ఒక చట్టపరమైనటువంటి హెచ్చరిక చేసింది. చట్టపరమైనటువంటి ఆర్డర్ ఏమిచ్చిందంటే, ఈ మొక్క పైన మీరు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ప్రొడక్ట్స్, ఇట్ మే బి ఎయిదర్ న్యూట్రాస్యూటికల్ ఆర్ ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్, ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ప్రోడక్టు ఎంత ఎక్స్‌ప్లాయిట్ చేసుకున్నా కూడా దాని మీద వచ్చే లాభాలలో ఓ 6-8% డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్. ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్‌ని బట్టి ఉంటదనమాట. 6, 7, 8 అనేది. 6-8% ఆఫ్ ప్రాఫిట్స్ ఆ SAS ట్రైబ్‌కి ఇవ్వాలి. వాళ్ళకి దక్కుతాయి అనేటువంటి ఆర్డర్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికా ఇచ్చిందనమాట. ఈ విధంగా ఈ SAS ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్‌కి బెనిఫిట్ అయింది. ఎకనామికల్ బెనిఫిట్ అయింది. యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో బయోపైరసీ. యాక్చువల్‌గా ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ ఎవడు సంపాదించాడు? ఈ యొక్క మొక్క, ఈ బుష్‌మ్యాన్స్ హ్యాట్ ఎపటైట్‌గా ఉపయోగపడుతదనేటువంటి నాలెడ్జ్ ఎవడు సంపాదించాడు? ఈ SAS ట్రైబ్ వాళ్ళు. యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఈజ్ ద నాలెడ్జ్ ఒరిజినల్లీ అక్వైర్డ్ బై ది SAS ట్రైబ్. But it is exploiting by these companies in collaboration. This company, what company? The Unilever company with the collaboration of CSIR. So this is the biopiracy. To avoid this biopiracy, to overcome this biopiracy, the benefits which are acquired by the products of this plant, near about 6 to 8% of benefits should be reached to that tribal people who are the original researchers, original knowledge acquired by the tribal people. So this is the another example for biopiracy. So these are the four examples I have given for biopiracy today. I have explained the biopiracy concept with four examples. If you asked essay question or short answer question, mostly it comes under essay question only. Because of in this chapter only four aspects are there. The one is sharing of wealth, and the second one is biopiracy, and the third one is IPR, and the fourth one is TK. So the four questions are equally important in examination point of view, because there is no chance other than these four questions from this unit. So that these four aspects are important, equally significant in examination point of view. They comes, for example, in question paper, what will happen? You have to attempt one essay question from each unit, so that there is an opportunity to come it as an essay question. An essay question. So there are three big questions. This biopiracy is also essay question, and IPR is also essay question. TK is also essay question. TK is a joint question. What is TK? What is traditional knowledge? And how you can conserve this traditional knowledge? That is also one essay question. So this chapter is very simple and important in examination point of view. You must remember. You must remember. There is no chance to give other than these four questions from this unit. So that you have to study all these four questions from this unit to attempt one essay and one short answer notes. One 10 marks question and one 5 marks question. Did you understand? Did you understand? This is about today's class. You will We will meet again on tomorrow by sharp 2 p.m. for to learn IPR.